Hey,
Hi.
man.
Can you hear me, Dan?
I can.
Fantastic. I hear you too. So welcome to this Facebook and YouTube live stream
Yeah.
today to talk about Facebook ads and this coming holiday season when it comes to coronavirus and COVID-19. But before we jump into that, can you tell everybody a little bit about Olam Consulting and what you do and all that great stuff?
Certainly, Olam Consulting, we are an advertising agency that specializes in Facebook ads. When I say Facebook ads, know that includes Instagram as well because Facebook owns Instagram. So we specialize in that area. That's kind of our sole focus. We are almost 3 years old now. We started off doing a few different things and we kind of honed in on the Facebook ads piece.
Yeah.
So what we do is build those campaigns from start to finish. So we meet with you, we figure out what your goals are, then we build a strategy based on that goal. Then we start to implement that strategy. And then once the ads are launched, we pretty much monitor and optimize the campaigns on an ongoing basis, month to month. So that's what we do. If I kind of simplify the complicated things we do, that's simply what we do from start to finish. But again, our goal is always to achieve whatever your goal is as a client, whether that's leads or purchases on your online store or even just awareness. We build campaigns designed to achieve that goal.
Okay. Okay. Let me take a quick note here because I did a quick beat here. Sherry, I see that you said something about the volume. Can you hear us now? How are we doing on volume now? Let me know in the chat, please, because I definitely want to make sure you guys can hear exactly what's going on. Let me put that in my other ear. Maybe that'll bring it up right too. It's better? Fantastic. Okay. So thank you so much for that, Derek. So we're going to go ahead and just jump in. Can you hear me okay, Derek?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so let's see here. Let's make sure that I am putting everything on the screen that needs to be there at the right time. How about that?
Hey, don't
Yes. Okay, so my first question, I guess is kind of broad, but I'm sure that there are a lot of small business owners that are thinking about this. How is this holiday season, or at least how do you think this holiday season is going to be different? I mean, because we're kind of rolling into uncharted territory with coronavirus. Are we going to keep things as is, or what do we need to do? What are your thoughts on that?
Sure. So if I had to take a guess, let's talk about typical holiday season. Typical holiday season as it relates to Facebook and Instagram ads are a time when the ads are more expensive to run. There's more competition. Everyone's trying to advertise to the same people to get them to buy their products for the holidays. So,
Okay.
So understanding that, my guess is that it's actually going to get more expensive because the more people are shopping online, they're not going into stores. So advertisers will all be trying to spend even more money to get the attention of those buyers that are shopping online, that are purchasing online. So I think if I would assume anything, it's going to get more expensive and more challenging, which means more competitive to run a successful campaign. So while before it might have cost you $5 to get a person to purchase your product, it increased to $8, maybe $10. I mean, if it goes any more than that, then that'll be unfortunate. But it is going to get more expensive, I would imagine, based on the COVID environment that we're running into.
Okay, so more expensive due to competition, due to coronavirus, and everybody's online now.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay,
Yep.
I kind of didn't even think about that point. And you know what? And guys, hi Tamika. Let me just say this, guys, and so that everybody will understand. First of all, we are doing this about the holiday. Let me give you a little bit of holiday. Hello. Haha. I'm ready today. One more thing. Hold on. Yay. I'm so ready, y'all.
No blow.
Can I just say that I'm ready for the holidays? How about y'all? Okay, so I really didn't think about that. Let me just say this to you as well. There is social media management, and then there is social media advertising. Those are two different animals. And that is one of the reasons I wanted to have Derek on today, because, you know, me managing your social media, making sure you have that strategy and that plan on a daily, on a weekly basis, that's one thing. But when it comes to this time of the year, you need to get your ducks in order. Okay. You really need to have an ad plan. And that's what Derek is going to talk to you about today.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so next question. And I have a list here. You know I do.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. So how early should small businesses start to run the ads? Is it like, let's start running right now to get in front of everybody, or are we waiting until October, 1st November? What are we looking at?
I definitely say you need to start planning right now. You want to be in position to launch your ads, or at least have your ads launched at least by the end of October. Pretty much right in line with traditional retailing, you start to see a lot of those ad sales papers go out certainly by the 1st of November, because you've got Black Friday, right? You know, a few weeks after, right? So at the end of October is a good aim, I would say, a good target. That way you can at least actually get it out there at the beginning of November, at least that first week of November. You want your ad to be live then, right? Now, that's why I say now start your planning, figure out who's my audience, what's the offer we're pushing, get all of that kind of laid out so that you can kind of just press the button and go come the beginning of November, again, end of October.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Follow-up question, because you said you want to have all that laid out, including, you know, what product you're pushing. So I see a lot of times, and I'll be honest, can I just be transparent and say I've done this too? Because I don't have a product right now, but I have in the past. And I was kind of like, you know, just buy everything. Yeah. But so is it a good idea to choose 1, 2, 3 products that you are going to focus on pushing for the holiday?
Beyond the doubt, simply because, so now we're getting into some of the intricacies. All right, so you've got what you call a product-centric business, and you have a what we call an average. What is the other one? I don't remember the other one. A market-centric. That's what it is. A market-centric. So product-centric pretty much means we have a multiple products within our business, but each product might appeal to a different audience. So that being said, that's why I say with the products, if you have a variety of products, say like you're selling health and beauty, and you might have protein shakes, but then you might have hairbrush, and you might have curling irons, you know, all 3 of those have a different audience. So that being said, you don't want to just say, hey, go to my store, because you're talking to 3 different groups of people. Instead, for the curling iron, you need to speak to the people that are interested in curling irons. For the protein shake, you need to have an audience speaking to the people that are interested in protein shakes, right? So for that, I'd say separate it, or at least separate it by category if you have multiple categories of products. Yeah. And really what I'm saying is separate it by audience. If this group of products appeals to women that are 25 to 45, that they can all go into the same ad, but you still should put those products up front. And that's where you kind of testing comes in. Okay, I want to test the lotion today. Or in this ad, I want to test shampoo in this ad. I want to test curling iron in this ad. You know what I'm saying? So you're switching it around to figure out, well, which product is really most appealing to that audience. So now you're testing audience, you're testing different products within one audience, but you're also testing multiple audiences. Right. Different products. I know it can get very webby really quick, right?
I see. And by the way, those of you on this, or even listening when we do the replay, this is why you need to call Derek, okay? Because that's a lot to deal with. Okay, so let's move on, because you know what? I want to make sure, I want to be cognizant of people's time today. I know everybody's busy. So here's a really good one. What is, and this really doesn't have anything to do with the holiday. It will, but I think this is just a question across the board. What's the biggest mistake you see people make when they're running their own ads?
Gotcha. I really have 2. I'm going to start with the big one. Okay. Assuming they're running ads, I'm going to talk about the flip side of the assumption. Assuming they're running ads, it is not conducting the research and planning before launching an ad. Okay. So that's where the winning campaign comes from. It doesn't come from just pushing out an ad and seeing, okay, what's going to happen, or pushing out a bunch of different ones. It comes from strategically sitting down and really on pen and paper and saying, okay, here are my audiences, here are my offers, here's the messaging that needs to go to this audience versus this audience. This needs to be hashed out on paper. I mean, we use the computer, of course. We don't write it out on paper, but it needs to be hashed out. It depends on your learning style.
Right.
So you need to have that laid out first so that you know who these are my audiences we're testing. Here are the offers, which pretty much means the ads or hooks that we're testing. Have that laid out and then build it. That way, here's what I'm testing so that when you're looking at campaign performance, for one, you're going to have a better performance. Two, you can better say, okay, this is performing better than this. I'll stop this ad. I'll keep this one going. Right. So that's the biggest thing, is to plan and write the strategy out first, and then take that as a blueprint to build the ads. Now, the flip side of the assumption is, I assume that the people are running ads. The flip side of that, the biggest mistake I see is people think they're running ads, but they're running boosted posts.
Okay, see, you and I talked about this. We talked, and I was going to ask you specifically about that. Okay, everybody, listen up. This is so critical and important. Go.
All right. Facebook ads are not boosted posts. Boosted posts are not equivalent to Facebook ads. Boosted posts are the wimpy little, I don't want to say stepchild. I thought that might be bad. I don't know, but the wimpy stepchild to Facebook ads. Okay, so boosted post is exactly what it sounds like. It's a post on your page that you boost simply, and you're boosting it by Facebook's definition means you put money into it so that you can reach more people. That's it. So,
and the thing is, guys, you're reaching more people, but is it the people that you need to reach, right?
Is it people that you need to reach, and are they going to take the action you need them to take? Right. Not because it's a post, ads, you need to be running an ad, not a boosted post.
Guys I'm just going to be honest. It's a lazy way to get your stuff out there. And pretty much Facebook is taking your money because they're not effective. You're not getting what you need by just boosting a post. It's just not effective. Don't do it. Just stop. Okay. We are not boosting posts in the holiday season. Yes. Okay. Oh, and I just lost my light. Hold on. Technical difficulties. So no boosting posts.
No boosting the post. I promise it's not effective. Unless your only goal is for, okay, I got 10 or 100 of my followers to like my post. I want 1,000 people to like it. I mean, it can do things like that. Again, there's a song. Does it put money in your pocket? Not really, but
I mean, so here's the thing, and let me just go on my social media management spiel on that. That's fantastic, guys. If you have, you want 5,000 people to like your post, fantastic. What is that going to net your business? Are you going to get people that are actually going to engage with your content? Are you going to get people that are actually going to purchase your product? Are they actually going to sign up for your newsletter or your emailing list? Are they going to do anything that's going to have a positive impact on your business other than liking?
Right.
Because likes don't equate to money. They just don't. Okay, that's my spiel. All right. So let's go to the next one. Okay, hold on, y'all. Yes, I got to put on glasses today so I can see what I'm looking at here. Okay. This is kind of, oh no, you know what? We might come back to that. Let's go to this one, because I will admit I'm not the best at this, and sometimes it's just not a good look. Facebook Pixel.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about it, because it's needed. I know that.
Yeah.
It's effective for Facebook ads. I know that, but I always feel like I'm missing something with that. So why is it? What is it? Why is it important? And most importantly, why is it important during the holiday season?
Gotcha. Sure. So let's start with number one, like you said. What is it?
So then I'm sorry.
No. Okay. Facebook Pixel is simply it's a simplified word for Facebook. Made up this word. It's not an objective term for a tracking code that goes on your website, and that tracking code allows you to track who comes to your website. past that, it can get very advanced and allow you to track what they do on your site. If they view the page, if they add it to the cart, if they started to check out but didn't pay, or if they finished the checkout and actually purchased. So you can track all these things simply by getting a pixel on the website. So why is that important? Well, it's important for two reasons. Well, for one reason, because it allows you to send ads to people that are familiar with your brand. So you can send your ad to two types of people: people that have never heard of you before,
Right.
it's called a cold audience, or people that have heard about you before, that's called a warm audience. Now, they've heard about you because they've either seen an ad before, they visited your website in the past, they could be past customers, they could have been on your Facebook page. No matter what it is, they've engaged with your business in some way, shape, or form. Therefore, they are a warm audience.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are more likely to purchase your product. They now know, they like, and they trust you. It's easier to buy from somebody that you know, like, and trust. Same thing applies in the Facebook arena. So that's why it's important. It's important because you're able to get back in front of, strategically target people that have already been that has already engaged with your business in some way, shape, or form. So that's the important piece. And why does that matter for the holiday season? Simply, if you want to sell, and I said the easiest way to sell is to sell to people that are already familiar with your brand. Well, let's focus some efforts on people that have already engaged with our brand in the past. Throughout the entire 2020 crazy year, let's get ads back in front of those people come the holiday season so that they go ahead and purchase. You know, it's like bringing it back top of mind, like, oh yeah, I do love their products. Let me go ahead and buy it for the holiday season, right?
Right. And that's really good. And connect the dots, people. You know, again, go back to what Derek said earlier. You're going to have a lot more competition this holiday season. Remember how sometimes you put those ads in and you know they have to be approved. So just be ready for, you know, to have, what do you think? Like a day, 2-3 day wait for your ad to be approved. It's coming, y'all. So it's so important for you to plan this now. You know what? Go ahead, get this stuff done. Get these ads, you know, submitted and approved. You don't want to, you know what? Once again, let me tell you a story about myself. I had a product that I was selling, and this is my first time dealing with Facebook ads, right? And so I put the ad together and I had all the content. It was perfect, but it was a timed ad, meaning that ad had information about a sale, a discount that was for a specific amount of time, just these days. And I did it at the last minute and I submitted it and they approved that ad a day after the discount was over. So don't do that to yourself. Plan now. And again, it's going to be worse this year because we've got so many people in the mix trying to get their stuff out there. So great information. Okay, so let's see. Oh, this is a good one. So what's better? And I'm sure there's got to be some data on this, or just give us your opinion on this. What's better? When you're doing an ad, is it an image ad, an image carousel ad, or a video ad? Which one do you think would have the most impact?
So 80% of the time, video.
Oh, okay.
80% of the time, video. The other 20%, I'd say image. Image carousel has no chance whatsoever in America, in the US. Most of our campaigns we run are US based. I've seen some implications of image carousel working in other markets, but not the US. But yeah, video in the US, and everything I'm saying is about the US actually. So video is number one in most cases. And there have been cases where we run an image beside a video campaign to test it. And we saw some clients that the image was actually performed the best. So video is number one, but let me be specific and talk about the type of video. The type of video is also important depending upon your type of business, or more specifically, your type of audience. There have been some cases where commercial video does really well, far and few in between. But in a lot of cases, it's more of that authentic look, authentic feel video that performs very well on social.
Okay. So even if you took some video from maybe like some customer generated content or something like that, that's what, guys, when we talk about authenticity, people are more apt to engage with your content if it is authentic.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, you hire, this whole production crew, and, you put this video together, and you've got the makeup team, and you got all this stuff going on, and that's fine. You spend a lot of money on it. It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Your audience is more apt to engage with your content if it looks authentic, like you shot it yourself, or like, a customer liked your product so much that they took a selfie of themselves with it on, or eating it, or took some video of it. That works better because people like to see here's what's real. People are going to believe the authentic video before they're going to believe your made up stuff.
Exactly.
Your, highly produced whatever. So it's true.
That's it.
Like, yeah. You're just trying to tell me something. I mean, it's cute, but that's what people think about it.
Pull that cell phone out and record some video. It makes a difference. It really does.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's see where we are. Where we are on time. Okay. Well, we're doing okay with time.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, we've kind of gone over this already, but give our viewers a Facebook ads 101 tip that they can use during the holiday or any other time that they run ads. If there's like, this really basic thing that you're like, you got to do that hands down, no matter when you're running ads, what would it be?
Sure. I'm going to give y'all what I call the Fantastic Four. And this is piggybacking off of the thing I mentioned earlier, which was you want to plan and research and plan your campaigns ahead of time. And this is pretty much the formula you need to do that. It's called the Fantastic Four. These are 4 components you need to build an effective ad campaign. You need to identify these 4 things, and then from there you build upon them.
Okay, take notes. Take notes.
Yeah. So the first of the Fantastic Four is objective. That pretty much means, what is your objective of the campaign? And now these words, listen to the words, because within the Facebook Ads Manager, they match up with each step. So the first step is to select your objective. That is it to generate leads, generate purchases? I know this kind of conversation is for the most part generating purchases. So you click purchases, right? I want people that see this ad to purchase a product. So purchases, that's the objective. Then the next thing you want to select is, who is your audience? Who are you trying to advertise this to? You need to identify those groups, because a lot of times that might be more than one, because you might be testing a few different ones, or we've got different product groups like we were talking about earlier. So this product group appeals to this audience, while this product group appeals to another audience. So identify those audiences. The third is your offer. What are you offering to that audience? So now this is also audience specific. So each audience has its own offer. So what's the offer I'm presenting to audience A? Because they're interested in X, Y, and Z. I want to make sure this offer appeals to them. All right, that's the third thing. Now, the last thing is creative and copy. You identified your objective. You have your audience. You have your offer. Now it's your creative and copy. Your creative and copy is simply the visual assets that support everything that preceded that. They support the objective, they support and they speak to your audience and catch your attention. And of course, they highlight whatever that offer is. Your creative is simply your image or your video that you're using in the ad. And your copy is the text that's used in the ad. So get those 4 right on paper. Plan this first. Your Fantastic Four. What's your objective, your audience, your offer, and then your creative copy.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. Fantastic. We actually had a question to come in from Sherry. Sherry Snipes. Let's see. She said, "This is good info. I have a business that's all about images. I've been receiving IG messages from different companies wanting to increase my followers. Is this a good thing to do?" Oh, okay. Well, Sherry, here's the thing, and I get that, because I do that for some of my clients. I do. But you have to be careful with that. Here's the real about increasing your followers. When you have companies that are reaching out to you and saying that that's specifically what they're going to do for you, you have to be careful. Because a lot of those companies will increase your followers, but what they're doing is they're basically dumping a lot of people into your follower bucket that don't care about your product. You're paying them to build up your numbers, and they will do that for you. But what you want to do is you want to build up your following of people who are interested in your product, who will engage with your content, who will comment when you put things out there, who will share your information with other potential customers. That's what you're looking for. Because I see companies, small businesses all the time, they have 50,000 followers on Instagram, right? And then they put some content out there on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And then they have 10 comments.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, if you've got 50,000 followers, how you only got 10 comments? How's that possible? How do you only have 20 likes? That's because most of those 50,000 people, they don't care because they just got dumped in there. And so it's not effective. So if you're going to hire someone to do that, you need to ask them specifically, how do you do this? What's your plan to increase my following? What's your strategy? How are you going to do this? And you tell them up front, I don't want just a whole bunch of people dumped in there just so I can have 50,000 followers. Because to have 50,000 followers and nobody care what you're doing, that's not what you need. Okay? So make sure you ask those questions, Sherry.
Yeah.
That's a good question too. What you got, Derek?
No, I was gonna say I've seen things like this. I mean, you have to be wary of it. And these are companies that kind of prey on business owners that don't really know the space.
Mm-hmm.
Some companies that'll actually. I had a client. This is more so website traffic, but something similar where they'll pretty much send bots, so it's not even real people. To the page. Yeah, and then I've heard of some with the social side. I've heard of people they'll pretty much get a bunch of people in other countries. Most of the time, they're developing countries to like your page. So these are people that aren't even, relevant. Again, like you were saying, they're not relevant. They're not interested in what you're selling. They're just going to be a number on your page, and it's not going to really return a value, return any dollars for you in the business. You just have to be careful with that. Again, at the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, well, why? I know she said she has an image business, so that's I would love to learn more about what that exactly looks like. But at the end of the day, what is your goal in the business? Is it to sell these images? Because if so, will increasing page followers do that, or would that just have more people looking at or potentially looking at your page?
Right. You really got to be careful with that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Sherry. Call me. All right. We have another question. Tamika. Okay. So this is great info. Yay. I'm so glad you guys are really getting something out of this. I have a sweet treats business. Yes, you do. I've had it. I have a sweet treats business and I'm looking to use ads for the upcoming holiday season. What's the best way to go about that? The best way to go about that is to call Derek. Because here's the thing, and I know you know this, Tamika. The last thing you want to do is go into the holiday season trying to figure it out as you go along. You put all this money into these ads and you don't get any return on it. What was the point? What was the point of you doing all of that?
Yeah.
So I would really suggest you call Derek, have a conversation, use his services. This is what he does. So make sure you get what you need. Okay, what was that click? Okay, that was something else. He's going to make sure you get what you need. He's going to make sure that you get your return on investment.
Right.
So we're going to give you guys Derek's contact information at the end here. We're definitely going to do that. What other questions do you guys have? Please go to the comment section and send in your questions because we still got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Because I want to, you're welcome. I want to make sure that we are cognizant of the time. I know you guys are busy. Our business owners are busy. Derek and I get it. Stuff to do, but I want to make sure you get some great information here today. Oh, you know what? There was a question that I wanted to go back to. What was it, Derek? We talked about that.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, you know what? You might have already talked about it, but I guess I just kind of figured this might be a little bit of a pivot. Is there anything that you notice people tend to skip or forget when they are creating their ads that you're like, no, go back. You really got to do this.
Right. Yeah, it goes back to that entire Fantastic Four, and it starts at the beginning. I know some clients, but they don't even know what their objective is. They just know they want to run ads because, oh, that's how you get more business, right? Well,
Yes.
Yes, but what type of business are you looking to get? Are you trying to get leads? Are you trying to get subscribers? Are you trying to get more traffic? Or are you trying to get purchases on particular products, right? So I would say that's the biggest thing people are skipping. They're skipping that planning phase. They're skipping the Fantastic Four. What is your objective? What is your audience? What's your offer? What's your creative copy?
Absolutely. And you know what? I have to say this. This is also true with social media management. I notice a lot of people do this as well. People have this idea that, well, for example, I'm on Facebook, for my personal profile. So it can't be that hard. And it's not hard, but you have to know what you're doing.
Right.
And so a lot of times people will say, you know what, I'm just going to run this. Okay, you can just run that. You can just put that post out there. But my first question is, what's your purpose for putting that post out there?
Mm-hmm.
You need to know what your objective is. Guys, it's not just about picking some pretty pictures and putting it out there and sitting back and going, okay, let's see what it's going to do. No, you need to have an objective for every single thing that you put on your Facebook or your Instagram or your Pinterest or your LinkedIn. There needs to be a reason that you're doing it that is going to positively impact your business. Okay. So that objective is so good. Oh, we have another question here. Let's see. Tamika says, this is going for you. With Facebook ads, do you believe the more you pay for the ads, the more revenue you make?
Short answer. Excuse me. Only yes, if you have a winning ad. So I know I was talking about how when you run a campaign, you really have to test a lot of different things. It's marketing. Marketing is a matter of what we call A/B testing this ad against this ad to figure out which one is better. So when we first get started and we work with clients, we're running, we might be running 10 different ads.
Yeah.
10 different ads. Then we figure out what's the winning ad.
Wait a minute. You're running 10 different ads for one customer?
Oh yeah. And that's just on the light side. Yeah. And that's like a level 1 campaign. Yeah. That's for like the cold audience we're talking about. So we're trying to figure out what's the best ad for that cold audience, people that have never heard of our brand. We'll run 10 to 12 ads because we're testing to figure out which image, which copy, creative copy. We're testing creative copy, or we're testing audience. Which one is best? Then once we find a winner, then we'll say, okay, this one generated 100 purchases at $1 per purchase. So we know that's the best one. So what we'll do then is now we're maybe at $10 a day. We'll increase that budget to $50 a day. So that's when you increase your ad spend. By increasing your ad spend. So put it like this: if you have she mentioned that she did an ad and there were no results. If you were to add more money to that, you get even more no results. You don't want to add money to it, right? You don't want to add money to an ad that's not working. What you do is you got to fine tune it. You have to use that Fantastic Four to find the best ad, continue to fine tune it, and then you increase your ad spend when you have found that winning ad. If I put $2 into this ad, I'll get $4 back. Those are the ads you add money to because it brings in money. So I know I said a lot.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Okay, so this is what I want to ask. Those of you that are on the live, go into the comment section and let me know and let us know. Have you ever done A/B testing for your ads? Or here's a better question. Do you even know what A/B testing is? Let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, let me just say, this is another reason why you really want to have a professional handling your Facebook ads. Because when you run an ad, do you even go back and look at the data? Is it really just, are you really just looking to see, okay, did anybody buy anything? Or are you really looking at what the actual data is telling you? Tamika said, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. And that part, that A/B testing is so critical. It is so critical to the ad process. That's why you need to talk to Derek.
Yeah. It's not, you can't just put an ad on and that one ad is just supposed to be the ad that brings in the business. It actually, it takes a lot more than that. You have to test it. You know, we can never know. It's only a guess. We can assume, hey, this image with this copy will work. That'll get the sales. But once you put it out there, the market will actually show you if that's true. And if it's not, you know, you got to pivot.
Yeah, you got to pivot. And so as a small business owner, I don't always have time to pivot. I got other stuff to do. I don't. And this was real. I have stuff going on. And so I don't have time to sit back and watch and see what this Facebook ad. And I want to, because I'm in social media, I'll look at the data. Do I really and truly have time to dive into the data to see exactly what's going on and what I need to change? And maybe it was that headline. I don't know. Do I need to change this picture? I don't know. I don't have time. Small business owners, we typically don't. So I would strongly suggest that you guys get an ad expert in your corner that can handle that for you. They can handle. See, this is kind of sort of one of the things that I say for my business, but it goes for you too, Derek. Derek can handle your Facebook ads so you can get back to handling your business. How about that? Sherry says she didn't know what it is. Okay, Tamika. Okay, and this will be our last question, guys. How many ads? Tamika. How many ads do you suggest we run or have? That's a loaded question, Derek.
It is, and you know my loaded response.
Not the loaded response.
It depends.
It depends, Tamika.
No, it truly does depend. It depends for one on your goal. Tamika, we'd have to speak so I can get an idea of what your goal is. One, and then two, once we can identify that, then we can say, okay, here's the number of, again, I'm about to say it depends again, because it depends on what your goal is as it relates and who your audiences are. If there are multiple audiences or if there's one audience, that dictates how many different tests, and the tests dictate how many different ads we have to run. So it definitely depends on, you know, a variety of factors we have to explore.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, guys, so we are going to wrap this live up. Hold on a second. We got time for one more question. Is there one more question out there, guys? We got time for one more. What do you got? What you got?
Yeah.
Let me know what your question is. You better ask me while you got time. Giving you good information for free today. What do you have? Okay, we're going once. We're going twice. Okay, so we don't have any more questions right now, so I might come in, but if something comes in while I'm doing this last little bit, we'll go back to it. Okay. So I just want to thank all of you guys for coming on today, getting this good information about Facebook ads and your holiday season. I hope you took some good notes. Derek, thank you so much for taking the time today. So appreciate it. This was some good stuff. I took some notes too. I don't know if you all saw.
Yes. And I don't want to forget to mention, you guys, all we do is ads. We stop there because, as LaMonica was saying, you know, that's what we're good at. We're not good at the other stuff, which is social media management. That's why Monica's there. So the management piece is important. Too many clients kind of skip that and we don't let them. So that's important too. Yeah.
So guys, make sure you have someone in your corner for Facebook, social media management, and also your ads. Because this is, wait a minute, hold on, we're ending. So let me give y'all some holiday spirit again. Okay. Enough of that. So, we have another question. Good. Leslie says, does Facebook Pixel work with Squarespace? Oh, that's a good one.
It sure does. Yeah. And they have a pretty easy process. But you have to go to Facebook Ads Manager, get the pixel, you copy it, and you paste it in the there's like a row within Squarespace, and that's it. The hardest part is getting the pixel from the Ads Manager.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on today. Oh, Derek has something he wants to give you. He has a freebie. Hold on a second. He has a freebie that he's going to let you guys have, and I'm going to put it up in just a second. He has something he wants to give to you. Can you tell him a little bit about what it is, Derek?
Sure, guys. So this is a guaranteed traffic ad blueprint. Pretty much what this is a step-by-step way to build an ad, a traffic ad specifically, that is guaranteed to get you more traffic on your website. That's it, and it stops there. But more traffic means more potential customers, and that's it.
Okay, fantastic. So I have put, let's see. Oh, you know what? Let me do that on both sides, actually. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, guys, I put a link to that that ad blueprint in the comment section. So please make sure you go and get that. Let's see here. So make sure you go and get that. And his contact information, you can reach out to Derek on LinkedIn. Hold on. This is so awful. I said I had all this stuff ready, and obviously, I'm trying to click and like, okay, I got to go get this. That's okay. Hold on a second. I do have it. I just need to go to it. Contact Derek. Where are you? Here you go. You can reach out to him via email. And you can also reach out to him. I'm sure you guys have a contact page on your website as well. So you can reach out on your website. So make sure you get that. I'm going to take this away in just a second. And you know what? Hold on. Yeah, that's good. You can reach out to him on his website.
Yeah.
Guys, please get that information. And you can also connect with Derek on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is my happy place. That is my favorite place to be. So make sure, let me put that. I'm going to put his LinkedIn in the comment section. Let's see here. So make sure you reach out to him there, connect with him on LinkedIn. And that way, if Derek's putting any great information out there, that you make sure you are seeing it and are absorbing that great information. There was something else that I wanted to share of yours, Derek. What was it? Okay, we did your email address. We did your website. There's your LinkedIn as well. Yeah. And make sure, guys, again, go and get that information out of the comment section. I also have something for you guys as well. Something that I put together. You and everybody else I know, we all know that if you have a diverse audience and you are trying to put content together for that diverse audience, and you're looking for images, you're looking for illustrations, you're looking for video, that includes people of color. We all know how hard that is to find sometimes. Yeah. So, hey, come on now. So I have put together, I've curated a list and put together a little ebook for you guys. I'm going to put it in the comment section. You can go and pick that up as well. Make sure you go get that. Oh, see, I had a little thing. I'm clicking. I'm doing too much. Here we go. This is my ebook. Hi, and we're all behind it, aren't we? Ooh, chat. But anyway, that's my ebook. So I put that in the comment section as well. You can go and pick that up. And, as always, guys, make sure you reach out and connect with me on the different platforms. You can reach out to me on Facebook. Here is my Facebook information. That's my Facebook page. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn as well. There you are. And let's see, there's something else I wanted to give you. And I didn't put it up here. I didn't. So I'm going to put it in the comment section. If you need to reach out to me via email, you can do that. I'm going to put my email address in the comment section. And you can hit me up that way as well. So thank you all for spending some time with us today. I hope you got a lot of information that you can use. I hope you're ready for the coming season. Reach out to Derek if you need help with those Facebook ads. Reach out to me if you need some help managing your social media strategy as a whole. And I will see you the next time. If you know business owners that were not able to make it onto this live today, there will be a replay. You can either look at it on my page or on Derek's Facebook page, and you can see this again. So thanks a lot. Derek, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.